3, 4. Burn it down! Burn it down! Burn it down!
Howdy hi, friends, fans, and fam. We're in Glendale, Arizona tonight for this week's Rwl Saturday night at Ringside Live. Welcome to Snarl. I'm Wally Cardell, joined as usual by Johnny GB Bianco and GM Hangman Tex Lynch, calling all the action tonight. Lots happening tonight, and we can't wait to kick things off.
And all of it, Wally, building up to the next RWL Supercard on Monday, July 28th, less than 10 days away. Lots of big matches scheduled tonight. And a lot of them will be shaping future events going forward.
So Tex, I know you and Steve Groves over at Rage have been way busy this week. So, what kind of interesting inside info have you got to offer?
Well, Wally, if I told you, it wouldn't be a surprise. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, we got a great card on tap this evening, so stick around, round up the snacks, kick back, because we got a terrific RWL Sn Rl card tonight.
And it all starts right about now, with our opening match, featuring Boston Connor of the Toxic Table, back with us again this week, facing Ken Kennedy, a kick-ass opening contest. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our WL Sn Rl. Our opening contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, representing the Toxic Table from parts unknown, weight unknown, here is Boston Connor.
You know, Boston Connor is one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah, you know I'm lying.
The Hamburglar, as he's become known, behind the hand, still the spiritual leader of the Toxic Table, but he's also a guy who doesn't seem to learn the lesson. I thought that after being crushed by earthquakes several weeks ago, his enthusiasm might be a little dampened, but no such luck. And tonight, he's one-on-one with Mr. Kennedy. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised to see an upset win by Boston Connor. But to get it, he's gonna have to use a little chicanery with a side of shenanigans.
A little chicanery with a side order of shenanigans. Man, Wally, you've been hanging around me just a little bit too long.
If you're gonna learn from the best, as my dad used to say.
I can't agree on this one, Wally. I think Boston Connor is about to receive yet another lesson that he won't learn from. His opponent, accompanied by manager Matthew James Ferrantino from Green Bay, Wisconsin, weighing 246 pounds, here is Ken Kennedy.
MJ Ferrantino's stable has been like the Blob back in the 1950s movie. It just keeps eating things up and getting bigger and bigger. And now we got Ken Kennedy here. He's got a whole bunch of people signed to his stable that weren't here earlier this year. It's kind of scary. But Mr. Kennedy, wow, that was a big feather in the hat.
It's as true as gospel. MJ Ferrantino now controls a stable that's actually 1/3 larger than Sylvia's stronghold. And the guy's still looking for more. Lars Sullivan, Gene Snitsky, and Kennedy here all having joined up in the last month alone. Personally, I'm kind of mystified by his success. And yes, I know you've been providing some financial aid to the man, but still, his progress has been just meteoric. I don't see Boston Connor getting over on Mr. Kennedy. It would take a miracle, or the cheating that Wally alluded to.
Well, all right, let's see what the Hamburglars got in store for Ken Kennedy, or vice versa. This should be a great starter right here. Oh, man. Referee Walt Rothburn rings the bell. The guys come center ring. They lock it up, collar and elbow. Oh, Boston Connor with an inverted atomic drop. Follows it up with a second one. Ken Kennedy doubles over, goes down. Rebound off the ropes from Boston Connor and a leg drop right to the throat of Ken Kennedy. Kennedy whipped into the referee. Well, almost had our first casualty for the night. A knee right into the midsection from Boston Connor. Rebound off the throat. Oh, man, moonsault did not connect. Hard right to the head from Kennedy. Slams Boston Connor's head down to the canvas. Oh, man, Ken Kennedy's lit up. Look at this. Drives a knee right into the face of Boston Connor. Ken Kennedy rounds him up again. Oh, man, hard kick takes Boston Connor down to the canvas as Ken Kennedy takes himself all the way topside. And here we go, diving elbow. Oh, man, that was nice. And here's a cover. One. But just a one. Boston Connor still not ready to give up just yet. Ken Kennedy depriving the man of air. Boston Connor looking for some kind of way to get out of here. Ain't going to find one. Hard right from Ken Kennedy. Kennedy. Oh, man, what a headbutt. Boston Connor quickly counters, gets himself out of that corner. Kennedy locks him up, escorts him head first into the turnbuckle in the far corner. Oh, man, that was a hard chop. You heard that one all through the building. Ken Kennedy yanks Boston Connor halfway across town by his ankle. Rounds him up, double axe handle right across the back. Ken Kennedy asserting himself here. Boston Connor counters with an elbow. Locks up Kennedy. Escorts him towards the ropes. Let's see where this goes. Taken down to the canvas. Rope assisted stomp to the chest from Boston Connor. MJ Ferrantino watching the whole thing. Whoa! Over the top rope. Beautiful dive. Boston Connor looking like he's already the winner here. Chop, couple of chops across the chest to Ken Kennedy. Boston Connor quickly countered. A kick to the midsection from Kennedy. He's got him up, slams him down onto the floor. Walt Rothburn's already counting. Kennedy locks him up, gets him back inside the ring, and again, stumbling poor Walt Rothburn. A dive, another elbow, and here's another cover. 1, 2, another near fall. But Ken Kennedy firmly in control, definitely in the driver's seat here. Stomp to the midsection to Boston Connor. Couple of hard lefts to the side of the head, slam face first into the canvas. And goes right back and does some more. Oh, man. I bet Boston Connor's nose hurts right about now. Elbow takes Kennedy down. Kennedy rounded back up. Look at this. Nice wraparound DDT from Boston Connor. Kennedy back up on his feet, locks up with Boston Connor. Has him up over the shoulder. Takes a little walk. Snake eyes right into the top turnbuckle. Kennedy covers, hooks the leg again. 1, 2. About a 2.2. Ken Kennedy starting to get a little bit frustrated here. Boston Connor, he is just not doing too good tonight. The Hamburglar locks up Kennedy, whips him to the ropes. An elbow takes Kennedy down to the canvas. Rebound off the roof from Boston Connor. Another leg drop across the throat to Ken Kennedy. A hard right across the head, a right across the face, a couple of more rights, a left, a right. Oh, man, Kennedy reeling. Kennedy quickly counters with a right of his own, spins Boston Connor around with a right, goes into a sweeper hold, right center ring. And Boston Connor counters with a jawjacker. Kennedy locked up by Boston Connor. Here's another DDT. Oh, man. Boston Connor's worn out. Kennedy's worn out. Man, this match got fiery quick. Boston Connor seems to be in control right now. Moves in on Ken Kennedy. Hard right. Takes Ken Kennedy down to the canvas. Oh, what are we going to see here? Oh, man. That was a pretty nasty leg snap from Boston Connor. Rebound off the top. Oh, well, that did not go too well. Ken Kennedy locks Boston Connor up. Takes him for a little walk to the corner. Head first into the turnbuckle he goes. And Kennedy with another loud chop across the chest, and down goes Boston Connor. Oh, he's feeling that one. Ken Kennedy covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. That is it. Ken Kennedy defeats Boston Connor by pinfall.
The time, 4 minutes and 58 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Ken Kennedy.
Well, there you have it. Ken Kennedy wrapping this one up in just under 5 minutes to send Boston Connor to the back, nursing his wound. And I mean, whoa, he is going to have some king-size Ken Kennedy handprints on his chest after this one.
Yeah, there was just no way Boston Connor was going to be able to keep up with Kennedy. But I wasn't expecting him to be, well, destroyed by Kennedy. for Mr. Kennedy and for MJ Ferrantino's squad, and that squad seems to keep getting bigger and better as time goes on.
More snarl right after the break.